In this video, I'm going to show you how to find the mean, the variance, and the standard deviation of a probability distribution. In the table here, we see a probability distribution, and we know that it's a probability distribution because the sum of the probabilities add up to 1, and all the probabilities are numbers between 0 and 1. So the formulas here for the mean and the standard deviation of the probability distribution are given. So for the mean, we just add up each random variable x times its probability. And remember, the mean is the same as the expected value. So the first thing we want to do is have a table for x times p of x. All right, so we can just do equal x asterisk p of x. So we just highlight those two cells and hit enter. And then we need to copy that down to 6 more cells. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have our x times p of x. And if we want to round this up to some decimal places, we can, but I'm just going to leave it like that. And so now my mean, according to this formula up here, is just equal to the sum of these. So I'm going to say equal sum, and then I'm going to select these cells and hit enter. And now I have the mean of my probability distribution. All right, to find the standard deviation of my probability distribution, it's very similar to what we did for a frequency distribution. First, I need to find x squared. So I'm going to make here a column for x squared. All right, so this is going to equal my x variable squared. I am going to copy that down by dragging that handle there to these other cells. So these are all my x values squared. You can see that there. So now we need to have the x squared times p of x. So we'll have x squared times p of x in this column, which is going to equal my x squared here times my p of x over here. Enter. And then we're going to grab that handle and drag all of those down. So there's my x squared times p of x. And now I need the sum of the x squared times p of x. So equals sum of the x squared times p of x. So I'll select all of those, and there's my sum. Also, I need my mean squared in the formula. So my mean squared, which is in this formula here, is equal to this value, 1.8 squared. All right, so now first I can find my variance, which is just the sum of x squared times p of x minus mu squared without the square root. So variance is just going to equal the sum of x squared times p of x, which is this, minus mu squared, which is this, and there's my variance. And now for the standard deviation, I just take the square root, so equal SQRT of the variance, and there's my standard deviation. So I'm going to go ahead and round my standard deviation. And we'll round it here to say 2 decimal places. And that's it.